Alright, hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I want to talk about the upcoming new Monster Hunter game, Monster Hunter Outlanders. A closed beta server will be up, and I've been selected to participate in it. Okay, and the beta will happen at like the 29th, okay, in Asia time. So for the West, I guess it's nighttime, like the 28th. And I've been selected, and it's not under the NDA, so I will be streaming it as well. Okay, so for feedback and information purposes, feel free to tune in and ask for any questions like on the game, like if you're curious about it. But I guess the main question is what is this a new Monster Hunter, right? So let's talk about the game itself then. Okay, so Outlanders and what makes it different compared to something like Wilds. Okay, so Outlanders is more of a full-blown open-world Monster Hunter game, but for mobile. But yeah, it takes place in a big map with multiple monsters in it. Okay, similar to Guiding Lens from World, but in a much bigger scale. So yep. But yeah. Okay, and then on top of that, it has its own take in hunting in general, and also a building system as well. Okay, the building system works on the field, like traversal, so something like zip lines or catapults that can launch you, I guess. Okay, but so you can traverse across the map faster. So yeah, okay, it also features the usual gear crafting, okay, and decoration system as well. So those are not really gone and replaced by something else. Okay, but yeah, on top of that, we also have other side content base building as well. Okay, haven't really got any information on top of that, but yeah, but those are some of the stuff we have, I guess. Okay, so yeah, and for mobile, one of the most requested feature is controller compatibility, and I guess a PC port as well. So since it's one of the most requested, probably expect that to come in early in the future, I guess. Okay, so yeah, so that's basically a Monster Hunter Outlanders. Okay, and okay, it's still a mobile game. Okay, but so being a mobile game, okay, I understand the aversion to it, okay, because of the usual a predatory type of monetization, right? So yeah, okay, but we do have some information what's the monetization about, I guess, but yeah, not the complete thing, but we do have one of the main thing, I guess. Okay, but so it's a gacha game. TLDR is basically a gacha game, right? So but it's not as simple as just the usual gacha, because it's still a Monster Hunter with its own weapons as well, right? So how would the gacha work? So so I think the system is actually pretty innovative, I guess. But so first of all, you have your main character, okay, and the main character can use all weapons as well. So it's you can play the game entirely with the main character, like a normal Monster Hunter, if that makes sense. Okay, but so the question is where does the gacha comes from then? So the gacha comes with a different character that uses specific weapon, but with a different playstyle. So yep, so something that, I guess. Okay, but yeah, so if you're following the standard Monster Hunter format, then probably skilled players won't have any issue clearing the content within okay, minutes. Okay, and without needing any gacha, fully free to play or something like that. So yeah, probably what I intend to do as well. So because from what I see, I probably prefer the base main character, and I don't intend to spend any money playing it as well. Okay, but so if I can't clear the content with the main character, that's when you have problem, right? So okay, but if you can clear with the main character, then I guess okay, the gacha is not an issue, I guess. Okay, but so yeah, but what makes the gacha character different, right? So yeah. Okay, what makes them different is actually the playstyle based on the same weapon. If you play GU, Generations Ultimate, or Rise Sunbreak, probably you'll be more familiar with it because styles and switch skills are a thing. So yeah. And for people that don't know, right, basically the gist of it is if you change weapon styles or switch skills in Sunbreak, right? Okay, you can change the playstyle entirely. So for example, if you play longsword, okay, right? Okay, normally longsword is a counter based a style that uses you know, like counters, and then like get like the gauge to like red, right? And then you burst with like a helm breaker. So yep. But in sunbreak, you can change your switch skill into from special sheath. Your counter is special sheath, right? Like for it. Okay, but you change it to a sacred sheath, and it changes the gameplay like entirely. It's still longsword, but it plays like less counter base because it's sacred sheath, right? So yep. So that makes like an entirely new playstyle. Okay, but yeah, that's where the gacha characters like comes in. Okay, but so the idea is like, let's say your MC, your like your main character that is a longsword user. Okay, well, okay, he can use any weapon, but like if he plays longsword, then it's basically counter based with like Hellbreaker. And you have a gacha, like let's say a longsword character that uses Sacred Sheath instead. Same weapon, different playstyle. So yep. But yeah, that's like pretty much what it is. And like yeah, like it's not limited to just like 2 playstyle or anything like that. So yep, you can name like multiple different playstyle for like let's say Chargeblade, HBG, bows, or anything like that, right? Okay, but so that makes it like pretty interesting. Okay, but and like being like a live service as well, because this Monster Hunter is not like the usual mainline, it's a live service game. Okay, like means like you're always gonna get new content. So yep, you don't really have like Wilds right now. We're like sitting here waiting for like expansion, which is gonna come like next year. Okay, and we get nothing to do. So yep. Okay, the fact that we're always getting content is like pretty nice, right? But that also means like we're probably gonna keep getting like new characters, which means like new weapons and like new like playstyle. So yep. Okay, but yeah. So if you look at it like that way, then like the way like the gacha is like design is actually pretty innovative. So yep. Okay, but yeah. Top of that, like it's probably safe to assume that cosmetics will probably be part of the monetization as well. Okay, but yeah, but you know, it's just cosmetic, I guess. But if anything is gonna be like paid, cosmetic is probably the most fine option like you can have, right? Okay, but yeah. So with that, like so while people might be averse against like gacha, so am I. But yeah, but like I can see like the potential for like replayability. Okay, so as long as the main character is not like heavily power crept, and you can clear content with the main character purely just through skill. Okay, like so you can play the game entirely free, right? Then like gacha won't be an issue, I guess. So yep. Okay, but yeah, TLDR, as long as you can play Outlanders with your MC like it's a normal Monster Hunter, clear through all content, then you're fine. So yep, I'd say like that's the case. Okay, but yeah, that's like pretty much like how it is. So personally for me though, like I'm excited for like Outlanders, right? So yep, I've been waiting for a live service Monster Hunter that is not an MMO, because usually MMO has its own like a problem. So yep. Okay, but yeah. Okay, but like at the same time, like a mainline Monster Hunter like World or Wilds does have suffering from like a you know content drought like between expansion and release of the next Monster Hunter, I guess. So yeah. So I'm happy to have like the Monster Hunter game. Okay, that will keep getting content constantly. So yeah. But yeah. So in any case, man, I'm like excited to like stream like the upcoming like beta. Okay, but yeah. So yeah. Well, okay. That's it, I guess then. Okay, I'll stream like the beta in like tomorrow, I guess. Okay, but yeah. Then like I will keep like getting yeah, we'll see like how it is. Like we'll gather like every information we can get. Okay, and if you have questions like in the game like then as well, then feel free to ask like me then in real time. So yeah. But yeah, anyways boys, that's it for today, man. Okay, but yeah, and I'll see you guys on the next one then.